Yeah, welcome back to the channel. I have a new unboxing TRX6. It's not really new, I already had this, but I'm just doing this official because I didn't get to do it yet. So it is the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. So checking out the box specs, it does come with the XL5 3S power system. That's how it kind of looks right there. Check it out. And it's pretty badass because you have the T-lock remote locking differentials, torque twist eliminated from that. As you can see, it's a longer wheelbase, okay, right there. So, and dual locking rear axles, which is pretty sick. But the top view is kind of like that, as you can see. Just some box specs. Does come in all white, but this one is actually the kind of matte gray finish. TRAXXAS seal of approval here. And sorry, wrong side. I mean gloss black metallic, and then the gloss white metallic, which I think is that the one Kevin Talbot has? I can't remember. But I got this one. It's called the matte graphite metallic, which is pretty sick. The other day, my wife was like rolling with me in the car, and then we saw this G-Wagon that was like kind of brownish gray. I don't know what that brownish gray color is, but I was like, hey, I got that. She's like, what? You don't got that? And I was like, uh-oh. Kind of bought this when she wasn't looking before, so I don't think she remembered I had this. But anyways, this switch on here is how you lock the diff, and then you could go in the high speed or low speed, which is pretty sick. Meaning like when you hit this switch, you could lock the diff to crawl better, and then you could also unlock it to make it go fast again if you just want to trail run, which is cool with the TRAXXAS vehicles. I love how they have that feature where you could either trail run, rock crawl, or mountain crawl, or just high speed it. But these actually turn on too, which is pretty sick. What's included, as you guys know, I love how TRAXXAS used to give you these. I think they might still do. It comes with some extra body pins, which is pretty sick. They only put 2 on there, so I guess you're gonna have to open this and put the other 2. But let's kind of do a spin around real quick. You got the chrome finish, and these wheels are actually a little bigger, which is pretty sick. I don't know if they're as big as the SCX that I was running yesterday, but well, see, this is good. They didn't skimp out on these. This was the realism here. These are guards, windshield wipers. See how they got the tint? You can look inside the vehicle so you can see your lipo. They should have put like a cover like that, like how my Axe Edition has that cool wooden finish on the inside. To make it look nice. But see there's the headlights, which look pretty sick. And do these, oh man, that's a cool grill plate. I didn't even notice it before. Check that out. It's chrome, but the thing does look sick. Says V8 turbo, bi-turbo, which is badass. So typical 21 turn 550 motor. There's your locking servo there, and then typical XL5. And then let's see how the battery tray, typical. You could do the 26 millimeter, of course, or the 23 if you want to put a smaller pack on there. Typical TRAXXAS connectors and all, so looks good. Sorry about the bad lighting, y'all, but there's your manual. Okay, you got some extra warranty information, XL5 ESC information, on how to work it, like if you want to change the settings. You even got this Mercedes logo on the wheel ends. Threaded body oil-filled shocks. This thing is long, man, but it is badass. Like, I love it. And I love the fact that underneath it you got the chrome finish there like that. I think that looks absolutely amazing. And that looks absolutely amazing, spin that around, try to get a good view for you guys in case you wanted to pick up one of these 6x6s. So I love how they created the power supply for the LED lights, all wired nicely with zip ties for you, so they're out of the way. So in case, see how they're running like that to the top end, it's all wired to the front headlights. Then what you got is this like little wire right here, see? And then you just plug it into like right there to the power, and it just goes. So if you don't want to run it during the day, you can unplug it. And then when you're like evening and night and you want to run it with some headlights looking all good over the rocks and the trails, then you can throw it back on. Oh, did I show you the back end? Let's look at the back end real quick. So, back end also has this badass like bumper grill. Is that plastic? Yeah, it's just silver plated plastic. They make it look like it's actually metal. Yeah, I don't think it's metal. It just looks nice where it's almost looks metal. Yeah, that's plastic. Look, you got from the side view right there. So, but anyways, yeah, with the remote, this is what I was talking about. So this is how you switch on and off. There's your locking with the differentials there. So you have like high speed, low speed, you know. Sorry to not explain it well, but okay, so with the top switch right there, you could actually unlock all the diffs, lock just the front, or lock all the diffs, which is pretty sick. And as you can see, high gear, low gear. So when I hit it, it was high gear. That's how you go fast. You go to low gear if you want to just travel or climb. So usually, I mean, when I used to run my Bronco, I would just basically like run it on low gear and it would already crawl like soup tremendously well. So I didn't really even need to add, you know, to lock the front diffs or all diffs. But when I did, man, it crawled like tremendous. And the TRX Sport didn't have that. I think that goes for the lower pricing, which is normally $429 High Trail Edition, which I was looking at since I'm kind of into the crawler game. But now it's like $379, and I think you get a winch with it. So you guys should go get that. I think it's a great deal. The only thing that sucks about TRX 4 Sport with being as compact is that you'll do some back rolls when you're climbing on the incline. But it is still badass regardless. If you're not doing too strenuous climbs, it should be able to tackle that terrain pretty well. With the original like K5 Blazer Edition or Ranger Edition or Bronco Edition, you know, they're a little longer wheelbase. So like if you just cut it like right here, you're gonna tackle a lot of terrain. So being that this is longer, this thing won't like back end flip much if I hit like big inclines, but it'll still like climb pretty well. So here's the back end, guys, with some of the detail. They add a few stickers there. Brake lights. I don't know if this has brake lights. I'll have to try it out. I think it might, just based on the way it's set up. But maybe not. Either way. Dang, that's bright. So what I need actually to ask you guys, if you guys have a good recommendation, you know that one thing you put on so that way you could just drive it with your thumb like this without worrying about reaching. Actually, I could kind of reach it. My thumb's big enough, I guess. But anyways, you know that little thing you put on makes it easier. So I could drive with one hand and stuff like that. And to answer your question, the back lights, they don't break like how the TRAXXAS Max LED kit that I had on it would break. So, oh, that's pretty sick. Look at that. Man, these yellow lights are pretty cool. And then on the front end, it's pretty cool too. But I just wanted to show you guys real quick the high gear, how fast it is and how fast it goes. So that's high gear right there, okay? That's low gear. You can hear the difference. But I just also wanted to show you real quick how well it climbs on this thing. And this ain't a good demonstration because it's just whatever, but it's a quick little, you know, unboxing. Don't waste any time here for you guys. There you go. Grogu is happy. There you go. There you go. Perfect. All right. There's one. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching. Just kidding, guys. So real quick, I had to show you that it is really fast actually on high gear, amazingly. So you could actually kind of jog on the trails and still have a TRX with the locking. So my recommendation is if you do get one of these, get the one with the adjustable, okay? High gear, low gear, for front differentials, locking all differentials, and back is completely unlocked. So if you're running and jogging, completely unlocked right here, high gear, like the bottom, shifting this way is high gear. and then it'll basically just like you could run with it and jog with it, and it's pretty fast, especially if you put a 3S in it. Right now I only threw a 2S in it, so what you guys see, that little feathering the throttle, was nothing compared to how fast it could really go, you know what I'm saying? So just kidding, guys. Again, this is for the people who don't know about crawling and never even touched a gear in their life or drove a RC car before. With the locking differentials, if you're in a high gear, you obviously go faster, because what controls where the force is distributed is actually like, you know, it's spread out properly. But when you lock the gears, it creates force in certain parts of the axles. So if you lock the front differential, it'll lock that, so when you're climbing, it'll have more strength to pull, okay? On a lower geared vehicle, you have more strength to pull, okay? So it's like towing, you know, typical physics. I'm not going to go in detail. People are going to be making fun of me. But when you do like all gears, then now you have strength to pull in both differentials, okay? So you have a high gear, low gear, and then you have front lock-in, all lock-in, and or no lock-in if you want to tackle smaller terrain like this, okay? So, you know, if you want to tackle the smaller terrain like this, then you basically, you know, like, you don't need your gears locked that much. So depending on how advanced the terrain is. So this is informational stuff for the beginners and like the 10-year-olds. Not everyone's a genius like you, so I do like to explain things, because that's one point I didn't know it either, right? I didn't know it either. So anyways, guys, oh, what kind of car this is? It's a Lamborghini Terzo Millennial. There are some rare ass Hot Wheels that are worth over hundreds of dollars, and of course this is the typical JTRC and Tom Trax love right there. C8, baby, fluorescent yellow. And that's a Gladiator. It's got motorcycles in the back in case you want to go roll and do some off-road motocrossing. All right, guys, is my final word. You guys go have a great rest of your week. The word is the bird in this bitch. Some of my rarities here. Actually, these aren't mine. These are my son's. So that's the Mustang, all electric, and the Lucid. And of course, he's got the white Lamborghini. As you guys know, I like Lambos for some reason. What, this is a Braille car. You see how it's got Braille on it? It's crazy. It's super rare, probably worth like $1 million. Again, these are my son. He used to get like the rare ones up in this joint. So